I was working.
You ready?
I'm ready. You ready?
Are we rolling?
We are rolling.
All right. Well, let's get some intro music in. I reckon we might as well go ahead and do the whole podcast like we normally do.
Let's do it. You're going to change over to the bank.
You sure your camera's going?
Camera's going.
All right.
There we go. The Black Dog Salvage Thanksgiving Podcast.
Brought to you by Woodford Reserve Double O
That's right.
and StickyGlass.com.
This is the good stuff right here.
It always is.
There's Woodford Reserve, and then there's Woodford Reserve Double Oak.
Double Oak. That's right.
It's like sweeter.
Yeah, this was a gift from my brother-in-law Chip. Here's to the purveyors of fine alcohol and
The makers of fine glassware.
custom glassware.
That's right. Sticky glass.
Gracie, we love you.
Love you, Grace.
Now,
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Nothing better than that. You know, just sitting on the deck. It's like 61 degrees here. Where we are right now is the back porch of the Whiteside estate, as we see it.
This is your house.
This is where I spend a lot of time out here.
This is a great
I
back
got a
porch.
swinging day bed over there, 3 chairs. I do my morning meditation here when it's not too cold.
Right.
I'm not in pain, but you know.
That's a different kind of meditation.
Yeah. So welcome everybody. Thanksgiving 2022.
That's right. It's Thursday, November 24th.
That's right. It's awesome. You know, we can't really ask for more because we're not going to get it.
That would just be selfish.
Yeah,
at that point.
that would be gluttonous. That's right. Yeah, we want to thank everybody for watching our podcast and watching Salvage Dogs and just being grateful for everything that we've got. We've been given a lot, and hopefully we've given back. And this is part of it. You know, just want to talk and let everybody know what we're doing, who we are, why we are, what we are.
Yeah.
All those.
Mom's dad used to call me a mineral. He has that weird quiz. What is it? A mineral?
Oh yeah,
An animal?
Oh yeah, he was a history teacher, Bob Ferris.
But yeah, a lot to be thankful for.
Yeah.
I'm thankful for you, man.
Thank you, brother.
Thankful that we did all that crazy stuff on the show. And
I know.
we're still here to talk about it.
We're watching the episode we're going to go to today is obviously the 6th episode.
Episode 6, season 1. Ghent Row. We're in Norfolk, Virginia.
Right.
Norfolk.
Norfolk. Now that's this place we call it Pink Lady.
The Painted Lade.
Painted Lady. Oh my gosh, they already screwed it
That's
up.
all right. I took notes.
The
We just watched it.
It was a Victorian house, and it was just done to the nines, and it was really a well-known tea room after a while there. I mean, a lot of folks came in and said how unhappy they were that it was coming down. And
Oh, yeah.
I remember, we even had a lady come in. I think we gave her a part of it or something, but she was in tears.
Really?
Yeah, and I said, what happened? Robert offend you or something?
What happened?
And she says, no. Says I have fond memories of my grandmother and myself coming here, and it just it's very nostalgic, and I got a little weepy myself, because that's the memories,
It's really one of the best parts of life, or
Well,
powerful memories.
You hope powerful memories, good memories, of people gone by. We've all got lost in our life, and people we've loved have gone away, and we'll see them again someday. They say.
That's what I hear.
Yeah. I'm not there yet, so I'll wait.
There's a lot of nostalgia in this episode, actually. Robert gets nostalgic about something later, but
Yeah.
we can pull that up in a bit.
You got some notes?
No, I forgot to read comments. I'll pull it up right now and
Yeah.
see if
We got
some
the
comments.
Roanoke Rocket Turkey going. If you ever seen one of those, it's akin to the Texas trash can turkey.
Oh, I'll cut that in right here. Enjoy this footage.
Yeah.
Wow, wasn't that something?
It's the amazing editing qualities of Tay Whiteside.
Yeah, that's right. There's the James house. Let's see if we got any comments.
Yeah, hopefully somebody said something.
All right, we got comments from the YouTube episode. As always, the video version of the podcast is on Black Dog Salvage's YouTube channel.
Yep.
Growing by the day. I think you're up to $70 now for the last 28 days of YouTube stardom.
Can't wait to spend it.
Janie Joseph. Oh, by the way, I'm a little sick, so sorry. I know I sound different. Great show. Janie Joseph said, great show. Love the cowboy physicist tag and the speeding ticket story. There's all something fun to learn from gravity and speed. Keep up the great reminiscing, and I'm glad we got to watch those shows. And thanks for the rendition of Youngblood's Get Together, 1967.
What was that?
Probably something you and Ted were singing, if I had to guess.
There's no telling. It's hard to remember myself.
But the cowboy physicist, that's you.
It is, just horse sense and gravity. Use it to your advantage. It's always. I do that more than I used to because I used to just had more brawn than brains, and it's kind of gone the other way now. Hopefully, I got more brains than brawn, and
I'd say so.
Yeah, you hope so.
You always had good brains.
I've slowed down, So when you slow down, you got to be very methodical about what you do. So that's where we are, right? That's where I am in my life right now. I think I'll drink to that.
Hey, I'd cheers you on that one.
Thank you, Woodford and Sticky Glass.
These are some of Grace's glasses here.
It's one of her lines. It's really cool to see her make these. It's
Bubble cup.
You can go to stickyglass.com. She's got cool stuff, and she is sending me some Christmas ornaments right now that I'm going to be selling at Black Dog.
Are you getting one of those pickles?
I don't know. I saw the pickle the other day. I hope awesome. I get a pickle. Pickles is also it's got some laurel to it. Laurel.
Yeah.
Lore.
Easy for you to say.
Lore. Yeah. And it's good luck or prosperity or fertility.
Oh yeah, I have heard that.
Fertility or something. Yeah. I remember Aunt Lynn gave us a green pickle that we put on the tree for many years.
Forever.
Yeah.
So it's a good luck charm.
Yeah, why not?
I love a good pickle.
Yeah, a little spiky pickle. It's cool. I'm a pickle nut, by the way. Just professed pickle addict.
Hello, Mike.
There's Mike Whiteside.
Paul Lazenby, a regular commenter, said, first post helps being in the UK. I guess he saw it first because it's 4 a.m. on Monday East Coast time when it gets posted. He said, trying not to suck. This has become my son's way of telling me how his day at school went. He's 6. Never been so proud.
How was your day, boy? Oh, I didn't suck today, Dad. Oh, I'm so proud.
Just try not to suck.
It's small things in life, just, and that goes a lot of different directions, too, when you're talking about it. So, just be good, Don't do no harm, I guess is the Hippocratic Oath. Try
hard and hope you go home. Or work hard, play hard.
Yeah, all those go with it. Any other comments?
Ken Adams says, on my trip to BDS, I bought a bowling pin signed by Mike. I thought this was a great way for fans to get an autograph without taking you away from your regular jobs. If you personally met each fan and signed memorabilia, you'd never get anything done. Is this something you do often? Do you ever time how long it takes for an autographed item to get purchased? What was the strangest piece that has received the autograph treatment?
Oh, we've signed everything, and
there's nothing we won't sign.
That's right. And we've had, we'll build a piece, and all the crew will sign it, or all the craftsmen and us will sign it. Robert signs them as well. We sign T-shirts, hat. We don't care. It's just fun to be loved for whatever reason, And it doesn't take long, and I'll sit and jaw with anybody because I'm in that part of my life now where. Everybody's doing what they're supposed to be doing, so I'm just going to sit there and meet and greet and
it's perfect
and sell stuff. I'm a salesman. Always have been. My dad was a salesman, so I know my product, and it's just good to meet people that come in that have seen the show, and it's a blessing.
You're good at it too.
Well, just
glad handing.
Glad handing, or again, trying not to suck. You don't want to be coming in. That guy was a butthole. And it's like,
right.
Don't leave that. Don't leave him with that.
Guy was a butthole.
We got plenty of chances to screw up and not be pleasant. But there's no value in it.
Well, I will say a lot of people that come to see Black Dog have also done the tour to see the Pawn Stars guys in Vegas and.
Mark Bowe,
American Pickers, and Mark Bowe. And Mark Bowe and them are great, but I hear a lot, and this isn't to throw shade, but that at least the Pawn Stars place in Vegas, it's just a gift shop. Like they're not there, It's
I mean, yeah, it's they hit it big, So it comes with a lot more responsibility.
Yeah, true. Yeah, liability, I guess too.
And
you go to Black Dog, you're going to meet Mike Whiteside.
Well, chances are, if I'm there, if for some reason I'm hunkered down in the shop or in my office, I get a call. Hey, you got a minute? Got a fan up here? I'll jump up and do it. So, just give me a few minutes. I'll come and say howdy do, and it's always a plus. It's never been a negative. So again, being grateful.
We're grateful.
Yeah,
Very grateful.
And we are when people come to see us, and this is just to plug us a little bit. It's a lot more than you think, because you can't really get a gist of it on the show of how much there is in what we do.
Right.
And when you get into our place, it's 44,000 square foot under roof, and then we've got the warehouse, which is 22,000 under roof, and then all the yards and stuff. It'll take you some time to explore, see it all. Somebody walks in 10 minutes and says, "I've seen it." I said, I'm here every day and I don't see it.
I would see new things every day.
Right.
Just walking back and forth.
It's amazing when you clean up a little bit. Sometimes you find those things that have been buried. I thought we were out of those. Somebody could have sold it last week.
Yeah, just fell behind the shelf.
Yeah, so that's keep it clean and organized if possible.
Yeah. One of those early brochures that y'all made, your tagline was "Treasure hunting without the digging."
Well, a little digging always helps. Everybody says, "Well, it's got a scratch on it or it's dirty," and I always tell people, we don't charge you for that.
Oh yeah, the dust comes free.
It's all free.
Yeah.
It's all part of the deal. What else we got?
That's it. A lot of compliments too. Thanks for doing it. Love the podcast.
Thank you,
guys.
Appreciate it.
Love the interaction. Definitely every week, drop us some comments on the YouTube version, and we'll do what we just did.
We'll do what we can.
Wax poetic.
We're just here jawing, as they call. Just talking about stuff. What we did, basically the show, and what led to it, what else happened, and all that above.
Let's get into the episode. What do you say?
Let's do it.
So, episode 6, season 1, Ghent Row, takes us to Norfolk. But the episode opens with the Wow, which is a pirate, like a fiberglass paper mache type pirate that apparently I bought.
Right. Well,
out on a delivery. We always kind of had to weave a bit of a story. Some of them were true, but in this case, I think that was another one of those things we had.
We had it. We stuck it back on the truck. Made up a story. Sorry to pull the curtain back on the wizard.
Yeah,
but,
breaking the fourth wall.
It was you only got so much, and you got to stage it. So that was the stage there that you guys went out and bought it for $100.
Yeah, and I guess I made myself sound like a pretty good negotiator.
I thought it was pretty good. I mean, we all believed you.
I said the guy wanted $200 for it, and I got him down to $100. And Robert complimented me on my fake achievement.
Oh yeah, well, you have to. A little bit of it is. That's not scripted, but it's just planned.
Yeah, it's somewhere in between scripted and reality.
Right.
But
it was a cool piece.
Fake chest hair. Robert's comment about his chest hair.
Yeah, it looked like a pelt under there. Yeah. What is that? An Afghan sweater?
A muskrat. He's hiding a muskrat in there.
That's right. Yeah, there's only so much you can make fun of a plastic pirate.
I in the interviews, you mentioned that you were a pirate in another life.
Yeah, that was one of the, if you believe in reincarnation, everybody says, well, I used to be in another life. I was a queen or king, and I was just a lowly deckhand pirate. I don't even know if I was with a good pirate like Blackbeard, or any of these other pirateers that were running out there. So I always say, because when you gather and go hunt for stuff and dig for stuff, you're treasure hunting. Well, treasure hunting, piracy, it's kind of the.
You were a captain.
Kind of goes with. Yeah, I was a captain, but we didn't plunder then. We were very law abiding, running around the seas. Did have couple of pirate not endeavors, but close calls, I guess.
On the high seas.
On the high seas in the Indian Ocean, but and that's another story. We'll go somewhere else and talk about that.
You've also had a lot of other lives.
Yeah.
In the blooper reel again. I wish I could find it. They cut them all together.
I think it was 9 lives supposedly. I had I think I mentioned this before.
Oh,
about the gal who came in my
reader, seer.
Yeah, Rodney, my mullet wearing guardian angel, spirit guide or whatever.
Said that you have 9 lives. Well, but on the show specifically, there were a bunch of instances where you said I was a something in another life.
Oh yeah,
cowboy in another life, pirate, maybe astronaut.
I have no idea. I've never done a past life regression, so I'm kind of scared.
Just live your current.
I'm just digging the one I got right now. So anyway, we had a pirate. That was fun.
That was it.
Yep.
And so then we go to Norfolk.
Yep. And these were the Painted Lady, and the Painted Lady was I think it was a lady of the evening was a way of putting it.
Sure.
And that was this was kind of I guess a bordello, maybe not brothel, but that was the gist of it.
The overall vibe.
Yeah, and not in a bad way, but the Painted Lady was. And again, if I need to be corrected, somebody will correct me out there.
Keeping it pretty PC.
Yeah, and it was. I mean, it's beautiful. There was a poster of you. You can Google the Painted Lady, and it was just really well done poster of a well put together woman.
We got some prints from there, didn't we?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah. So we got this through a fellow who owned this whole block, and if you're in that part of the world, there's a lot of development going on, and was going on.
Norfolk's a fast-moving city.
And there was 3 houses there that they were going to take down, and some other stuff. And I forget the guy's name, but he was quite the boat collector, as I remember.
Perfect.
This guy had a bunch of custom boats like Chris Craft and Hunter and Owens and all these cool little runabouts. And he also we got to see part of his collection, which was old motors, outboard motors, but he had a hydrofoil from Russia.
Wow.
Yeah, aluminum boat. It was like a 24 footer, but it was on foils.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. It's what they're doing right now. This was a long time ago. So anyway,
foils are wild to watch.
This guy is. We got it through this fella. I wish I could remember his name. He's passed since, but the Painted Lady was going to come down, and it was a place.
Do you remember why it was slated for demolition?
They were going to develop the lot, the whole block. You go back there now if you can ever find where it was, and it's nothing but apartments. And they needed that there, and it's not low scale.
Nice to see growth happen, I guess. But,
everybody was up in arms, but again, we hold property ownership in high esteem.
Yeah,
in the United States.
The nuts and bolts of the whole system were just churning as normal. Someone owned it. I'm sure they got offered.
They may have developed it too. I don't know.
Maybe. In any case, you can't necessarily fault them.
Yeah, no, and so
a lot of money was involved, I'm sure.
I'm sure there was. We didn't get any of it, but that's all right. We got some salvage, and it had some good stuff like the bar. The Painted Lady was the one that had most of the.
The bar and all
stuff,
the woodwork.
the good stuff, the mantles and some lighting. The bar especially, which was a bit of a debacle, if you remember.
Oh, yeah. That was one of the big ones.
And this has happened before where we, measure once, cut 3 times. We didn't measure before, and sometimes, and that's bit us a few times, besides getting it out the house, getting it in a truck, sometimes you can't get it out the building unless you get real, and Salisbury comes to mind.
Yeah, we'll cover that one when it comes up. But in this case, we're talking about there was a bottom bar.
Yeah, the base bar. Yeah, copper top. Yep.
With a cool copper top.
Yeah,
and it was an L shape basically, but the bar and the thing up top where what do you call that? Upper bar.
That's a glass hanger.
Glass hanger.
Or glass hanger cabinet. I don't know. That's what it was.
The above bar thing.
Yeah.
It's same shape, L shape. And I guess we were so concerned about how we were getting it down that we didn't stop to think, A, will it fit out the door? And B, will it fit in the truck?
Yeah, because we didn't have anything to reference it for because we took the base bar apart.
Yeah.
Took the top off. It went out.
Reluctantly.
And that should have given us a clue, but we didn't listen. We didn't look at the clues because the top was the same shape as that. And so we got it out, and then of course one thing you hate to do is let me go with a chainsaw.
I mean, just one of the most violent scenes. After all this careful preparation, you had to take your steel chainsaw to it and lop the end off of it.
I'm not shy about it.
No. And you know how to handle a chainsaw.
Well, yeah, just a light one like that. I don't go after big ones anymore, but because I should not be chainsawing.
They'll hurt you.
It will hurt you. But anyway, we had to cut this thing up and to bring it home. And it turned out that we sold this bar to a production company down in Charlotte, North Carolina. To my best recollection. And it went into they were filming Banshee. And I never saw the show. It was kind of a series on one of the cable channels.
Yeah.
And so they took it, and it was supposed to be in a strip bar. This was the bar in a strip bar.
Strip club?
Strip clubs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
And so the bar went, that's where the bar went, from the Painted Lade to a strip club.
Well, how appropriate is that?
Not a real strip club, just production of one. Yeah. And then who knows where it is now? If anybody out there has it.
It's in a warehouse now.
It probably is. A lot of
dust.
times they just take those things and destroy them at the end, and that's a shame.
Yeah. Well, at least it got, if that's what happened, worst case scenario, at least it got one more fling.
One more go at it. Maybe it's another bar. Maybe it's somewhere else. Again, I don't know. It would be really cool to have a locator on all the stuff. Said, I know where it headed off to, but where is it now?
Where did it end up?
Yeah. That would be a lot of fun to track that down.
Where in time has the salvage gone?
Yeah. What else we
had the bar, the Painted Lady. Oh, it was either in the Painted Lady or in the cafe house next door.
Yeah.
Or spa, sorry. But we had lots of mantles and the slate surround.
Yeah, and typically these slate surrounds we don't salvage.
Well, yeah, a big sheet of slate
Mm-hmm.
glued to the ground is going to be problematic.
It's not going to come up. And of course, the right guy, if you watch the James episode, with Robert and his thought process of going after something, he was the right guy for it. I think you were working with him.
Maybe, yeah, a little bit.
On carrying it out. And then, of course, they got the two pie lashers down and the surround, and then they went after the hearth.
Yeah, the hearth is the part on the floor.
Yeah.
Tile or slate
in
or
front.
stone.
Yeah, so if you get sparks out, it doesn't catch on fire.
Right.
And he got it up in one piece. And I saw you carried it out with him.
Yep.
And we had it sold.
Yeah, a guy walked in while we were salvaging,
Right.
and said, I'm in the market for... He was either in the market for mantles specifically, or he just wanted something from the house. It sounded like he was specifically in the market for a surround and a hearth and a mantle and stuff.
I think he bought the whole thing, the whole package, And
so great. I mean, that's best case scenario, because we didn't have to put it in the truck. We didn't have to take it home. We didn't have to price it, weigh it, photograph it. All those things that you got to do with salvage to sell.
Right. That's called a tailgate. That's even before tailgate. It was his tailgate, not our tailgate.
Yeah.
Sale, because every time you handle it, price goes up. Just because
it has to.
Yeah, because you have to pay for your the effort. But
I hold these glasses by the bubble.
I can't trust myself to do that. I'll spill it. But it got the guy came back. Robert called him, and he everything went into his truck, cash deal. And then Ted put it in, and it cracked.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it was weight on it or what happened.
I think I saw it happen. He maybe pushed down or picked up too abruptly, and
right
where the edge of the tailgate was is basically where it snapped.
And slate is fragile,
very brittle.
Yeah. So it's it was unfortunate. We still got some money for it, and we learned another lesson. Again, we were only six episodes or 6 salvage jobs we've been doing it before, obviously, but
sure,
that kind of stuff, you're always learning. And of course, I'm the breaker in the business, so
you sure are.
Luckily, I was not on that one.
Yeah. People are a bit more forgiving when someone else does it, unfortunately.
Well, you hate loss, but it's just, don't get all wound up on stuff.
It's already happened.
It's just stuff.
Right.
There'll be more stuff coming,
And then luckily in this case, when you kind of folded it back together, the crack did sort of hide itself.
Yeah. I hope the guy used it. Because, of course, it has a story now. He bought this off of Salvage Dogs.
And there it was on TV getting broken by celebrities.
He got some good airtime. Ken, I think his name was.
Yeah,
he got some good airtime. But there was other stuff that came in. I think I talked about the lady that came in and was very not remorseful, but
Well, sure, yeah.
about the loss of it.
And that happens a lot too. That the public showing up, and usually it's peaceful. Sometimes,
yeah, there's a lot of and you know, a lot of people get upset, but remember, we're the last stop before the dumpster or the landfill.
well, and that's literally what was going to happen.
Sure, and luckily the owners were respectful enough to the architectural salvage to call someone. They could have done it themselves, but they called us. And we showed up and just had our way. You know, we had our way with it. We did our thing.
Yeah,
and,
with the lady.
And Norton,
sorry,
don't go there. It was just it was a sweet deal. It was cold, as I remember.
It was based on the Carhartt bib overalls I was wearing.
Yeah,
I only wear those when it's real cold.
Bitter cold.
Yeah.
And Grayson was in this episode.
Yeah, Gray came with us. It was a full band. And then, there was Scott Crumley was there. And he's from that area, Virginia Beach, Norfolk. He was probably helping the
No,
demo?
he was with us. He was helping us.
Okay.
Robert had called him in and said, hey, you want to help us with a salvage? And he's done that a couple times with us, which is just great because Scott's he's a smart fellow.
He's a smart dude. The
Yeah.
Crumley Group, he's a big-time contractor. He
Yeah,
does a lot of
in
stuff.
Virginia Beach. And he and Robert worked together. Robert was, after he got out of the Navy, worked with Scott.
Yeah, that's right.
Building houses. And they're obviously still friends. But Scott's a great guy.
Yeah,
And,
he's helped us get out of jail a few times.
yes, he has. You know, anytime you're in deep doo-doo in Norfolk or thereabouts,
Call Scott.
Call Scott.
Well, maybe you don't call Scott.
We'll
but-
call Scott for you.
Yeah.
Just call us first. Yeah. What else did we do on
Well,
that
speaking
episode?
of Scott, he helped us pull the cupola
Yes.
off the top of this other outbuilding next door.
You know, and normally we have a piece of equipment on that United Rental would supply for us, but I think this was a little earlier
Still
than that.
early. We hadn't exactly established a partnership with them.
We had no partnership with them except our credit card.
Yeah.
And
They love that partnership.
well, you know,
Who doesn't?
it's what the world's all about. You know, it's commerce,
Yeah.
capitalism. But Scott had a skid steer, a Bobcat skid steer, and a dump trailer.
Yeah.
And those are, if you think about it, you know, dump trailers, you can get the skid steer up in the dump trailer and haul it to a site. And it's a.
You ever seen guys balance a skid steer on the front wheel,
Yeah.
spin it around, and back it into a dump truck, and then push down with the bucket?
Oh,
and
it's amazing.
flip it back
I
in
love
there.
those. I see those YouTube videos all the time.
Yeah.
I get hooked on them.
I follow a guy on Instagram that he almost does that for a living now. He's
Yeah.
got his Bobcats all custom painted.
It's a Bobcat ballet.
Yeah, that's right. It's cool. The ones with the wheels you can do more because you can balance on the front too.
Yeah.
But it'll spin around and do backward wheelies.
Well, we had it.
Yeah.
Scott had this in the back of his dumpster, and his idea was, you know, we didn't have anything to lift it, and it was heavy enough to where you didn't want to hurt it.
Yeah.
You know, but if you let it slide down and hit the ground and break something, it was fiberglass. It
The
wasn't.
cupola, right. So if we back up, your definition of a cupola was by you dissected the word.
Koopa.
Yeah, Koopa,
Koopa.
which you said is to top, and then la, to top with a point.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're not going to find that in a dictionary.
No,
but a cupola,
that-
what is actually a cupola?
Funk and Wagnall doesn't have that particular definition. Cupola is just. It was probably used as a ventilation, and one time you see
Yeah.
most cupolas have vents on them.
For those that maybe not know what we're talking about, it's if you look.
Top of a barn, maybe.
Yeah,
You see cupolas.
it's not exactly a clock tower or a chimney, but it is a protrusion.
It's a little house on top of another house.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yes. A lot of them have windows.
Only mice, squirrels, and
Pigeons.
pigeons live in
Yeah.
them. They're the only people. They got a great view, by the way. But that's, you know, you'll see cupolas everywhere. And this particular one, Robert had a Jones for. And
It was just aesthetic. This one.
Yeah. And to have a Jones is to want something like a basketball Jones. Have you ever heard that song about basketball? Oh, it's funny. Google, again, here we say Google, Bing, whatever you want to use. Basketball Jones, and there's a song about a basketball. And Jones he's wanting it. He's
I could look it up right
needing
now.
it.
You
could
want to try that?
but that's Robert had a Jones for this thing, so we were gonna get it and take it home because that's what we do. We look for cool stuff, and this particular building was modular.
Basketball Jones, not a basketball Jones.
Is this it?
That's it.
The jagged edges.
This is hilarious.
This might get us taken off of YouTube.
I'm the
But
victim of a basketball Jones. Ever
you
since
get
I
the
was a
idea.
little baby.
Y'all check it out.
Basketball Jones by the jagged edges. Y'all go listen to it. That's hilarious.
Yeah. So when you say I got a Jones for it, that kind of explains it.
You got a hankering.
a hankering,
Which
yeah.
is it might also need to be defined.
Well,
but-
there's all of those adjectives.
you want it.
Yeah, you got to have it, because you just got a Jones for it.
And Robert was a little defensive when you said that he had some cupola nostalgia, but then he had softened and then
Did he cop to it?
He admitted that you were right.
Yeah.
It's okay. As you said, it doesn't make you a bad person.
We all grew up with 7-Elevens. That was the little convenience store down the road. We'd all go get a pop.
Was that a common feature for a 7-Eleven?
That Robert told me it was.
Oh.
I mean, I don't recollect. I don't recollect.
We Rugled it.
Yeah.
It was Robert Google.
Yeah, Rugel. But it was a cool piece, and so Scott lifted up his skid steer with the bucket open, and we Ted and I slid the piece down.
It's perfect. Laid it on the back.
And we were all tied in up there, but it's like, man, the tied in part about tripped me a couple of times up there. Being safe is dangerous.
Safety will kill you.
That
was a fun that evolved later too. You guys at one point nominated me to be the safety guy,
safety officer,
and I got OSHA fall certified, and forklift certified, and then was tasked with establishing a safety plan and enforcing it.
Oh yeah, that's the hard part.
Which was, let me tell you, quite tough because you were who I was enforcing.
Yeah, well, that was. I mean,
and I didn't want to listen to my own plan sometimes either.
I don't think we gave any shit about it. But
no, it's tough because we did it in some way because of the show.
Yeah,
but also because it's the right thing to do.
Yeah, well,
we
became safer,
and it was harder for me then actually sometimes because I knew in my head what should be done, and then I would watch us not do that.
Right.
And I had this mental struggle.
At least we tried.
At least I knew. Yeah. I knew what was wrong.
Yeah,
that's almost worse.
Just a little bit of safety goes a long way with us,
But at least the lifeline and.
So we got the piece in. Yeah. We got it in the bucket. We tied it on. Off it went. You got to seen us leaving on that particular one because we had a lot of other stuff that we got that didn't make camera.
Yeah, I remember a boat. Speaking of boats,
yeah.
There was a boat called Cheek to Cheek, and I remember that because Ted and I took a picture next to it with our butts touching.
That was that glass boat that we got. We brought it back. Or was that another boat?
This was metal of some sort. It was on top of the Chevy. We loaded it on the roof.
Yeah, that was it.
It was glass?
It was fiberglass.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm getting over a cold.
Bless you.
You guys are probably tired of hearing me talk anyway. Here comes it. Oh, that's some ASMR for you.
There it is. ASMR. Say, what is that? Autoimmune?
Almost sick.
No, this is on. We were watching.
Medicine. Right now.
We were watching Gracie on Blown Away last night.
Oh, yeah. Grace had that moment where she did ASMR.
Episode 4, and she did MS.
Blown Away, Season 3, Episode 4.
Correct.
She did ASMR.
ASMR. And it was so funny because she used potato chips in a mic. And it's just, that's ASMR.
Yeah.
ASMR.
That's it.
It was cool. And she won that challenge, by the way. Just Phil Chuck. She's heading to Phil Chuck.
Yeah, Vermont.
Sometime. No, that's out in Oregon or Washington State somewhere.
Did the Vermont thing already?
Yeah,
Pill Chuck.
You can't keep up with. She's on a reality show. She's
killing it.
Doing not interns, but residencies and teaching, and she just got recognized at the Urban Glass.
Oh, cool!
With a grant.
Awesome.
Yeah, and she's killing it, guys. StickyGlass.com.
Get Sticky Glass on Instagram. I know she's running sales for the holidays, so go pick you up some cool glass. I was at my friend Aaron's house the other day for his 1-year-old's birthday party, and they had some of Grace's glassware on their table.
Did they?
Yeah, even my friends in town supported Grace. So
but it's cool stuff. It's not. You're getting a lot of value. Anyway, we're going off on Gracie right now, so
That's okay.
We kind of miss her
a little bit,
but they'll be around sooner or later. Yeah, we'll see her again.
That's right.
She'll be here.
Had a cupola in a dumpster.
Yep.
We had the bar that didn't fit out the door, made apparently from Paducah. Robert, and they even
is that Paducah, Kentucky?
Yeah.
That's Paducah, isn't it? Paducah?
Yeah.
I don't think it's spelled the same, but
Paduka. They bit a little flip up in the bottom of the screen.
Right.
And Dad and I, when we were watching it, we looked at each other. Was like, how did he know that? And he said he probably pulled it out of his ass.
Yeah. Hey, baffle them with bullshit. Until somebody calls you on it, then hey, you got caught. But that's fun too, as long as it's done in good taste.
Yeah.
So Paducah was good.
You can, you fool most people, but
that's part of the reality of reality TV. You can always hey, give me a minute and go off camera and Google something and come back and sound like
just to 99% of the people. Great story.
Yeah.
Adds a little, as you say, zhuzh.
Yeah, zhuzh.
But then there's that 1% of people that are like, that's not Paducah.
We're gonna go after you on that.
And it's fun to hear from them on social media.
That's okay. That's okay. I dare people. I don't. A lot of times I'll have obviously artistic liberty with the language on how I describe something, but it's part of the story. It's part of how you do this, and it's what makes it fun is to say, what are these people going to say next?
Yeah. When's the train going to come off the rails next?
Oh yeah, or we always have one wheel off the tracks anyway.
Oh, I just remembered. We did a build.
Yeah.
This episode.
Oh yeah, that was with Lonnie.
Build was with the Navy chest.
It was a sea chest. Where'd
that thing come from? What is it?
Well, I don't know where we got it. It was a sea chest for, I think I bought it at a estate sale or something. It's, when you go to sea, you have to bring your stuff, back to stuff again. And you got to have something to put your stuff in.
Yeah.
And your stuff is, your underwear and which your mama told you always have to have clean underwear
your
on.
Personals.
Yeah. Your toiletry bag, or there's other words we used to call it, but I won't say it here. And so you went to sea with it. You heard of a duffel bag.
Sure.
Right. Well, a duffel bag was the same thing, but
suitcase.
It was more for enlisted people instead of officers. He was an officer.
And it had your name on it, so I imagine that was because they probably all got stored somewhere.
Yeah, they go in a jet or a plane and get shipped out to wherever they're going, and they gotta it's
got to sort through it.
Yeah.
And this one belonged to something Stickler.
I can't remember his name.
That was his. Did I write it down?
It was Navy Reserve, USNR.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Robert was in the Navy Reserve for a couple of years. He made lieutenant commander, as a matter of fact.
Wow.
Yeah.
After he was an officer? Or
yeah,
before?
he went in as an officer because he was a graduate of Virginia Tech and served with kind of the brown water Navy, some stuff I can't tell you about. Sworn to secrecy.
Yeah, it's confidential.
But it had to do with, he was a weapons officer and, he was a navigator. He was a boat docker. He's got good handling skills.
Oh, yeah.
Robert does. But what were we talking about?
The build. So it took the Navy chest and put it on a base, some sort of already established base that you and Lonnie cut some dimension
the
off
base
of.
was just, something that came, I said a tomato factory. I can't remember exactly where it came
Come
from.
here, Stelly. Come here.
We got Stell showing up here.
We got one of the black dogs. Come on, little Stell. Come on. She's not sure.
That's too much work.
Yeah. Great build. You made a sink. That little vanity.
Yeah. It was the right height. We pulled the piece that we cut out for the sink. We used for the drawer face.
Perfect, because it had text on it.
Yeah, and it's it's kind of nothing is wasteful until you throw it away, or burn it or whatever. Even that's not waste because you're generating heat.
Right.
But that was a cool build. It was kind of ad hoc, off the cuff. We got to do a build, and that's how it happened a lot. We just say, we building this week. Yeah, I don't know. I got this, I got that, and not that the production company had any say over it. I mean, we couldn't do anything offensive, obviously, or draw something that was illicit.
But they were completely dependent relying on us to come up with a
yeah.
build.
Oh no, they never suggested. They did suggest a few things.
Later on, maybe
I
there
was
some
running
collaboration.
But I was running into a wall with creativity a few times. Going like, I don't think I can do.
Well,
this.
we would build things for some of the guys.
Every once in a while, we'd have a commission.
Yeah.
And we'd use that as the build, and I'd have to go back and see which ones those were. But we sold a lot of them because we built them specifically for someone.
You're right. And they're like, dang, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Sell that.
And a few of them became our line of furniture that we created.
Salvage inspired.
4 years ago. Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. And that was pretty cool. But yeah.
That's pretty much it. Episode 6, season 1.
Yeah.
It was it's a quick one.
It was. It was called, again, Grayson's first time there. Not first time. Yeah, she was early with us. She had already started with us at, you'll see the one she started.
Homestead
on.
Stables.
Yeah,
is that one coming up?
That's coming up.
Yeah, I'm excited for that one.
Yeah,
that was
got
a crazy story.
Yeah, it was another cold.
I don't remember any behind the scenes from this one. We ate dinner one time at this cool seafood place. And then it may not have been this time, but I think this was later on. We went to some really cool restaurant, rooftop restaurant bar in Norfolk, but I don't think that was this time.
No, it wasn't. It's down there in Virginia Beach.
Yeah,
because Scott met us there. But that was always a nice perk on this, is that we got to eat at some places where we probably wouldn't have. And it was just part of the, it's hey, thanks for all the work.
Yeah, the production company would cover our meals and help with lodging and stuff. Not that we were in the Ritz-Carlton, but it's better than sharing a bed in a Motel 6.
It was more like a Mickey Carlton.
I remember when Mickey Mantle. I remember when I finally got my own room. 'Cause I would share a room with you.
Yeah.
Early on, 6.
Well, that's when we
15,
were having
16,
to pay the bills.
17,
that's why you had to do that.
Then I was like, wait, I get my own hotel room?
That was
wow.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, it's again, we're out there on the road. You gotta put value somewhere, and that's having your own room and having a good meal.
Oh man, I really grew to love having Chinese food in a hotel lobby. There was something special about everybody coming down after a shower. If it was cold, they'd all be flushed, rosy cheeks in their sweatpants, and we'd huddle around a cooler and a table, and eat takeout Chinese food in a hotel lobby.
It was awesome, because we get tired when after a hard day's work. It's almost another job to get ready, clean up, because you got to get rid of
then go out to
all
eat.
the munk on you,
and
go out and eat. That's another. Oh, I gotta walk,
Yeah,
and. So when we were able to stay there, sometimes we'd order pizza. But Chinese was the go-to.
And that'll be my deathbed food. I love Chinese so much. That'll be my last meal.
I'm a
General
Thai.
Tso's chicken.
Yeah, I might have to go with some barbecue chicken. That's
your favorite.
That's
what we make on your birthday.
That's the meal my mom would make me on my birthday.
Yeah.
Potato salad, barbecue chicken.
Oh, you can't beat it.
And I was still taste it. It's
Southern cooking.
Yeah, a little bit of grease went a long way in our house. We had
a little bit of lard.
We had vats of lard. Yeah,
Crisco.
Hey, it's
Crisco and lard.
Gosh, it was all good for you. And that was true fat there, buddy. Let me tell you. When you made biscuits, you would just fold the flour into the lard, and man, I'm telling you, these memories. I'm 66 years old, and they come back, strong.
It's funny what sticks with you, right?
Yeah, it is funny. I've been laughing a lot lately.
I remember when we would go see. This is now just complete tangent, but we go see your mom, my grandmother in Charlotte. She always had cream sodas ready for us in the fridge.
Yeah, that was the plus. My grandmother,
which is like 80 grams of sugar. Here you go, kid.
Oh, we were raised with sweet iced tea and Kool-Aid. Everybody's going like, oh, so much sugar. Yeah, we had real sugar. No, we didn't have any of that aspartame stuff. We had real sugar.
Who?
Aspartame. Is it saccharin? Oh, it's just all these chemicals that have a sweet thing going on. Anyway, well, here we are at the end of another episode. We had a great time. Thank you, everybody, whoever takes a chance to watch this.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you guys. Sorry I'm a little low energy today.
Oh, he's good.
I ran the Roanoke's got the Drumstick Dash, which is a 5K for charity every Thanksgiving morning.
Yeah.
and I've been sick for a few days, but I signed up weeks ago, so I said I'm gonna try, and so I ran 3 miles this morning, just with all kinds of unmentionable stuff coming out of my nose and my mouth.
Put a bandana on.
But I didn't stop, and I ran 3 miles in 29 minutes, and I placed 665th. My buddy checked it early and said that I got 666th place, which is kind of a
triple sixes
impressive number.
Yeah, it's got a lot of connotation.
But then I looked it up later, and it's 665. So out of like 1,800. So
pretty good, man.
Better than half.
Middle of the pack, just an average runner.
And at 75% power, so I'll take it.
Obviously, there wasn't a lot of downhills either.
Mostly uphill.
Yeah, that's one thing about
Roanoke ain't flat.
It ain't flat, and that's why we have an Ironman and the big marathon.
The Roanoke Marathon, Blue Ridge Marathon. It's brutal.
That's right, man. They got a lot of uphill. I don't even want to ride it on a motorcycle. Well, I do ride it on a motorcycle.
yeah.
But like a bicycle.
That's like 8 5Ks.
Yeah,
26 miles.
You can have them.
I don't want to do it.
The
guy that finished first this morning ran 3 miles in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
That means it was 5 minutes a mile.
That guy's moving. You could do some damage running into something at 5 miles an hour. yeah. You gotta.
He was speeding.
Yeah. Whoa. Well, how fast were you going? Well, I was going 5 miles an hour.
Yeah, I hit that parked car real quick.
Yeah. Look, just hit. Yeah. Don't do this at home, but just see how much damage 5 miles an hour will do. Just bounce, run into a telephone pole or something. They do a lot of damage.
Parked car.
5 miles an hour, you're going like, oh. That's fast. I don't know how we got off on that one. But
well, it's Thanksgiving here in real time. By the time you see this, you have already had Thanksgiving. So, the holidays can be tough. Not everybody's got a family they get along with or a family at all. So I hope you found some peace and some warmth, and you had a good meal, and you had a roof over your head. You were warm, and had at least some time to yourself to be grounded and peaceful.
Just enjoy life today. That's the only key. We don't have anything left after that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, unless Rodney behind me or Angel
I
has
need
something to say about it.
I take some advice from Rodney.
Rodney, the mullet wearing,
your mullet having spirit guide,
spirit guide, Angel, whatever.
Well, we got a turkey in the rocket cooker.
Yeah, we got to go out and check it.
We've got my bourbon glass is empty.
Thank you, Woodford Double Oak.
Not a sponsor, but we're happy to have you. Let's talk.
We love America.
As always, guys, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed this one.
Where can they find us?
You can find the audio version of the podcast anywhere you can find podcasts: Spotify, Apple Music, Google Podcasts, all those things. Hi, Stelly.
Of course, if they found it, they've been watching it, so they've already found it.
Sure. But if you want a video version of the podcast, the video version of every episode is up on the Black Dog Salvage YouTube channel. Growing, I tell you.
Yeah.
But like wildfire.
Just get it out there and remember.
And
try not to suck.
Thanks for putting up with us.
Right,
we certainly appreciate it.
We'll see you on the road to first of the year.
That's it.
We're going over the hump.
Holidays. Have a good one.
Be
Thanks
there.
for seeing.
All right.
Bye.
See you. Bye-bye.
Oh, get stuffed up.
This was interesting.
Yeah. I like it.